Hey, ladies, what's going on? I'm in the city. Hey, what's up? Hey, welcome. That's right, better than success. Hey, what's going on? Fix your crown. Uber James, welcome. Yes, thanks for sharing on Twitter. Thanks for sharing with your followers. Hey, Bonnie, what's going on? Singled out loud, welcome. Penn Legacy, hey, what's up? What's going on? So I'm headed to my lawyer's office, right? Because I'm setting up a nonprofit, and but I wanted to scope real quick because I just had a conversation with someone who wanted to leave their day job, and this is always a trending topic. Hey, good afternoon, welcome. It's always a trending topic with hey, I want to leave. Thank you. I want to leave my day job. I want to leave my day job. How do I leave my day job? How do I make the exit or the transition from my day job and do what I love to do? Let me be clear. I left my day job over 10 years ago, and I didn't just leave the day job. What I did was I created a plan in terms of having a vision of what that would look like, because I had two small children at the time, and I didn't have a lot of money in the bank. I didn't have a large savings, and so what I did was I began to challenge myself. Yes, I do. Thank you. Yes, I do. Thank you so much, Jargon. Hit me up. Send me an email at info@activatingamerica.com. But what I had to do was create a vision of what that would look like. And I challenged myself, and I said, Lucinda, if you can work, and at first I had to change my mindset. And part of that mindset change was for me to look at my day job as my sponsor for my vision and my passion. And when I started to do that, it wasn't just as if I was just going to work. Now it was, okay, here, this is my sponsor, and they're going to help me with getting closer to my vision and my passion. It's going to fund my dreams. They are my first investors. And so what I do with that, you drive trucks. Good. Glad that you love your job. And so I loved the work that I was doing, but I just didn't like, it was just tough with the people who were over me, my supervisors and things like that. I loved the people that I worked with as well. It was just challenging. So so you be grateful for your sponsors, especially if you're at a job and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm ready to leave. Those are your sponsors, and that's the first shift that I had to make, is that these are my sponsors. This is no longer work. This is my sponsor. This is a temporary situation. And I said, if Lucinda, challenge yourself. If this is business, what you want to get into, show me that you can make what you make on this job 3-4 times over, and then we're talking. And so I challenged myself to that. That meant that I had to go out there, write the plan, go out there and get clients to see if what I had to offer was something that was marketable and profitable. So I'm not just jumping ship. And if I couldn't do that for myself, I said that I would not leave just yet, because I don't have the mindset and the strategy just yet to walk out. And so I challenged myself to make 3-4 times what my paycheck was for the month. And when I did that, I said, okay, it's time to go. The second thing I did was I wrote a letter of resignation, and I signed it, I printed it out, and I dated the letter of resignation. And I said, I'm going to hand in this letter of resignation on this particular day, and I'm going to work. I'm going to work on pulling in the financial side to see if my idea, my vision is profitable, if I have what it takes to put in the hustle and the grind work to make it happen, because I had two small children at the time. And yes, that now faith. And so I wrote that letter of resignation, and then I started to get my grind on. That meant that I had to show up at networking events. I'm an introvert, so it's hard for me to just come out there and start, hey, how are you? My name is Lucinda. This is what I do. This is how I do it. So it was tough tough for me to do that, but I had to push myself out of my comfort zone, because if I wanted to go into business, that meant that I had to go out there, make my own money, meet my own people, build my own team, and find my own space in this big world called entrepreneurship. And that meant that I wasn't going to rely on that 2-week check plus benefits of so-called security. And so if you are on your job, I don't want you to make a decision to leave your job. You don't leave your job if, number one, should you leave? So here's the factors. This is how I weighed my shoulds. Okay. And so the first thing is, you don't leave your job if you don't have great faith in believing in something higher than you. Because this thing called entrepreneurship, I'm not going to scare you. I'm going to give you the pros and the cons, because some of you want to leave your job tomorrow because you're frustrated, but you're really going to be frustrated when you're waiting on the line to get some food stamps. So we want to be very strategic with our faith and put our faith into works, but also use wisdom. God said use wisdom, right? He said, write the vision, make it plain, so those that may tarry may run with it, right? And so we have to be clear on the vision. And sometimes we overcomplicate this thing. So if you don't believe in something greater than yourself, your belief is not strong, your belief is not tight, then you may want to hold off a little bit before you leave your job. The second thing you also may want to do, you could determine whether you're ready to leave your job or not, is if you are comfortable with getting no sleep. Right? If you're comfortable with getting no sleep, because guess what? Working your business is going to require that you put in more hours than you do at your job. See, here's the thing. When you leave your job, when I left my job, my full-time job during the day, right? So I would work 8 to 4. When I would leave 8 to 4, I'm getting my kids, and then I'm working my business full-time. So I was preparing my mindset, my body, my creativity to be in creation mode, to get the wheels turning. Because it's a difference when you can leave your job, you work 8 to 4, and then your job is over. You're not, some of us, I wasn't thinking about work. I wasn't bringing work home with me. It's time for you to leave if you start showing up and you really don't care about your tardiness and your work ethic. And there's nothing to say about you. I'm going to be honest with me. I didn't care about the work ethic. I didn't care about the work that I was putting in. And I really got an attitude, if you got an attitude, because I showed up 2 hours late. So that was a sign that, one, I needed to prepare myself to be an entrepreneur, because now I was being disrespectful of somebody else's vision. And so I needed to get back in tune, because guess what? The same things that you would do on somebody else's job on their time, it'll happen with you in your business. So, and it happened. Yeah, it sure did. It sure did with people who, giving me half work. Why? Because I was in a position and I was frustrated. So I said, I don't want frustrated workers. If you feel like it's time for you to go, prepare your mindset. If you're walking in there and you don't care it's 2 hours late, whether you did the job or not or whatever, that's time for you to go. Because now it's just getting outright disrespectful, right? So you want to make sure that you put yourself in a position of growth for what's to come when you own your own empire, because it's going to require 100 times more than what you've been putting in. You want to know something? The job that you're on right now is only 10%. You probably only even using 2% of your full potential. And you know that. You're only using 2%. So can you imagine operating at 60%? I don't think, even operating at 100%, there's very few that we can even think of who are operating at 100%, because we begin to pull in. I think we'll explode. But when you begin to get, at my job, I was operating at maybe 5% of my potential. 5%. And so I didn't understand the power that that was inside and what it would require when I began to operate at 50%, what that looked like. That was like haywire. That's like vision on the fly. I was like on fire. Right? That's on fire. And so I had to understand that the new mentality that I have to embrace is, girl, you may not get clients who pay you on time. You're going to have to work on some projects, right? You're going to find yourself working with clients that you don't like and that you do like. You're going to find yourself trying to find time, because you leave your job, you have more time to do more stuff. And Remember, I said you are operating with less than 10% of your full potential. So when you're operating with at least 50% of that potential, there is less time, because you are now in creative mode. You are the marketer, you're the accountant, you're the biller, you're the mind. You're the mind. So it takes up a lot of your time. So you want to leave your day job, prepare your mindset right now to operate at that 50%. And that means that we don't have time to complain and whine about what's going on. That means that we have to step into position of what this thing looks like, because it's not easy. You're going to have many ideas that you're going to try that's going to work. You're going to have ideas that you're going to try and it don't work. You're going to have people that jump on board and say they want to support. You're going to have people who don't believe, and you got to believe in yourself. You're going to have clients that you work on that you love. You're going to have clients that you work on that you just need the money because you got to pay your bill. Then you got clients that you're going to work on that are for free. Come on, let's be real about this thing. You're going to have ideas that are useful. You're going to have ideas that you just think was great download for you, but then you see somebody else is doing it and rocking it, and now you get discouraged. So there's so much going on when you decide to become an entrepreneur and you leave this thing called day job. You are ready to leave your day job when you have that vision written down. You don't have to know the plan. Don't get your plan mixed up with your purpose. You don't have to know the full out plan. My plan was Lucinda, because finances was a big thing for me. Lucinda, it wasn't about the benefits. It wasn't about the benefits. I could care, for me personally, it wasn't about the benefits, because there's benefits also in entrepreneurship, right? But it was more so about my income coming in, because I was a single mother with 2 children. How am I going to feed my babies when I leave this day job? So for me, my plan of action was to go out there, hustle up, girl, do your gift, use your talent, get out of using only 5% of your potential, push forward, use it all of what you think you have, make that money, and walk right off. Are you that bad? Because you were showing up to work late, because you really don't like even being here. You get up in the morning and you're looking for a reason to call out sick. You know what I'm saying? You're missing valuable dates with your children. So it's time for you to go. So what are you going to do now? What are you going to do now when all the signs are telling you that it's time to go? I'm on the highway, so y'all see me bumping around. Like I said, I'm headed to the financial district to see my lawyer. So you know that's those big wigs down there. Them big wigs. But so what are you going to do now? So if you really want this thing and you're ready to walk off on your job, write the plan, write your letter of resignation, go out there and hustle up, pull in more than what you are making at your day job, pull in more what you're making at your day job in your dream job while you're still there. That's bad right there. Oh, I can't do it because it is enough time. On my lunch breaks I was working. After work I was working. That means that you have to get up to your passion in the morning. Let me tell you something. My kids, they amaze me, because now that they're home from school, I'm like, y'all up early. Then more than the time when y'all have school, y'all try to sleep in, and it's like I'm screaming and yelling with the bullhorn to get y'all up. Now that there's no school, it's like a clock in their body that has them getting up in the morning, and there's no school. And I'm like, what y'all doing up early? Go back to bed. What y'all over here sniffing around here for? So this goes to show you that you should be waking up to your passion every morning. I don't care if you're on your day job. So I had to shift my mindset to wake up to my passion. My passion is the first thing that I touched in the morning before I left the house. And if that meant that I had to get up an hour early to make that happen, to send those emails, to start drafting some things, to start, I don't care if I was daydreaming about stuff. I don't care if I was looking at upcoming events and things like that. You wake up to your passion even if you have a day job that you despise. That is just bills. I'm just here because this is my sponsor. You wake up to your passion. Start doing that. Start waking up an extra hour early to do your passion. There's enough time for you to see and to weigh the pros and the cons of when it's time for you to leave. Now here's the other thing, because I think I'm almost at my destination. Here's the other thing.
One New York Plaza, right?
Yeah, One New York Plaza. It's right here?
Yes, on the left.
Good Lord, that meter is crazy. That's my whole price. You hear me? See, that's the part of entrepreneurship. I'm here to go see my lawyer, and the meter is ridiculous. Look at that. Y'all see that? That say 2830. Good Lord. So, here's the other thing that I want to share with you while I pay this expensive bill. This is something else. Yeah, because when you earn this money, it's a big difference, boo. Right? Here you go.
Oh, okay. How much change you want?
What is it, 2830?
2830.
Yeah, so take 30.
30, okay.
Yeah, get yourself some coffee, and I have some change to get me some coffee.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. So y'all see it right. All right, thank you for getting me here. So the other thing that I was saying is waking up to your passion. This way?
Oh, no, on the left. Yeah, you can open, you close on the left, okay?
All right. Hold on. Make sure I ain't leave nothing. So, the other thing that I was saying in terms of leaving your day job, outside of making sure that you make enough money before you leave that day job, and being clear, know that, make sure you get everything out the yes, I got it. I got everything. But know that I lost track of mine. Because once I seen that meter, baby, that thing done changed the whole thing. Hold on, I'm about to go see my lawyer. I can't bring you with me inside of there. But we're going to finish this up when I get out, okay? We're going to work on this nonprofit. Let me see. He said on this side. So we're going to work on this nonprofit. But, hey, what's going on? What's up? What's up? But yeah, if you're ready to leave your day job, I want you to make sure you're ready to put forth all of that work and that effort to make it happen. Okay? You waking up to your passion. You getting up an extra hour early if you need to get up early. But my kids, that's what I was telling y'all real quick, is that my kids, now that they're home, they like to wake up early. But here's the thing, they're waking up. Their body is automatically waking them up with excitement of anticipation of what the day is going to bring to them. So they weren't excited about getting up in the morning to go to school because that's not something that they're passionate about. I'm be honest, my kids are not passionate about school. They go there because they have to. If they could sit home like fat rats and have a tutor, they'd be good. But my son is passionate, so if I tell him, especially baby Zaire, if I say, Zaire, tomorrow we're going to go to the basketball court, we're going to go to the game, this and this and that, he going to get up early in the morning before I could even get up and remind me about his game, and he's going to get dressed. Now, on a school night, he ain't even dressed. But this goes to show you that start conditioning your body to get up for your passion. Because your body and your mindset is not, you tell your mind, oh, I hate this job. And so now as soon as you walk in the door of your job or even get in the area of your job, you have a sour posture and a sour attitude. But if you position your mindset first thing in the morning on your passion and the thing that you are about to operate full time, your body will be in a mode of creation and completion. So it's a big difference, because there's some people waking up now to entrepreneurship and they hate it and they dread it and they wish that they can go back to a job. You want to know some real stuff? There's some people now who wish that they can go back to a job, but they're too ashamed because they stepped out. I don't want you to do that. I stepped out in this 10 years and I am so damn happy I did. But I had to do it with a plan in place. And that plan was called Wake Up to Your Passion in the Morning, Lucinda. And are you willing to do whatever it takes? Taking your little shy, introverted butt out and going out to network. Are you willing to put a little bit of money to the side to invest in your business? Are you willing to accept clients and do some work that you don't want to do for a price that you don't want to do it? How about that? How about that for some truth? Right? Are you willing to do that when you think entrepreneurship is all about chilling? I don't know how to get into this building. When you think entrepreneurship is all about chilling and looking good. I'm going to share some more later, Tanya. I got to go, and I'm trying to figure out how to get into my lawyer's office. And I'm just looking straight crazy. Oh, here we go. This is seriously good. Y'all want me to finish later? All right, I'll finish when I come back out. I'll take y'all with me when I go to get something to eat down here in expensive New York City. All right. Bye.